nella propria mezza campo a difendere. È un Milan invece.
Giroud in area, si gira, sinistro, rete, ha raddoppiato il Milan al 33esimo minuto nel corso della ripresa. Cambia ancora il parziale a San Siro, gol, capolavoro di Olivier Giroud, spalle alla porta, in area di rigore, si libera sul piede sinistro, manda a vuoto l'intervento del difensore dell'Inter e piazza il suo sinistro nell'angolino più lontano, lì dove Samir.
Buongiorno, pomeriggio, buonasera fellow Milanisti, and welcome to the MLM Podcast with us, your hosts, me, Max Lombardia, and here, right, everyone's favourite ace man and Uncle Giorgino. We are live from Milan, and this is the first pod we're doing actually together. Now, we went a bit mental on Instagram yesterday and did some like crazy long live as we were walking around the streets of Milan. But yeah, we're here ready to go, and we're going to talk about the Como game. And we are, of course, going to preview the Parma game, which we are literally going to in an hour's time. So, first of all, big hello to everyone. Obviously, you can catch us on Instagram, you can catch us on X, on Twitter, on TikTok, on YouTube, on, of course, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Anything you want to say, Joe, before we get into it?
No, just tired.
We did a lot of walking today, to be fair. Went to Duomo.
And yesterday.
Yeah, went to Duomo today, saw the big sights, saw the Olympic bits and bobs. And who did you see today that you were really impressed with?
Ran into Tomba La Bomba, Alberto Tomba, who is an absolute beast. Just a beast. Get it now. Remember watching him as a kid. Didn't realise, though, he was like that big.
Massive. Yeah, he was big, wasn't he? He was massive.
So, yeah.
And
Tomba La Bomba.
Big shout out to Jeff from this morning, our friend that we met.
Jeff
outside.
From this morning. So, Canadian Jeff, whose son owns a coffee place in Milan. We're not doing an advert. Well, actually, we are. But
it was good.
Yeah, it was a good Orso Nero. You should definitely check it out. And also, a big shout out to our Canadian Shawn Mendes, which I then discovered Shawn Mendes is actually Canadian, but it wasn't. We met a chap yesterday who had a striking resemblance, was Canadian, is here for the hockey, and because of the Airbnb where we're staying in, and they don't want to pay their TV license, they don't put Rye on the TV, even though I tried to hack it before. And so I don't know what's going on now. I think USA is leading the ice hockey. We just checked that live. Unfortunately, go Canada. Sorry, any American listeners, but I just can't be doing with your team. Just giving it that, honestly.
It's always the way, isn't it?
It's always the way. And just that droning USA, USA. Just I can't be doing with it. What's going on?
It's not
live ice hockey. Come on, what's going on?
Yeah, 1-0 USA. 5 minutes, 13 left, second period.
Okay.
So we've been out.
So a big shout out to those guys, all the Canadians we ran into today.
Loads. There's Canadians everywhere. Literally like every like corner. There's these massive like red Canadian like jerseys and stuff, which is really cool. We saw a couple of USA, but not as much.
Not as many USA. Milan has been the busiest I've ever seen it. It was just crazy, wasn't it? It was really like overwhelming, actually, just how many people. Yeah. Because it's not like big avenues, Milan. People don't realise it. It's there are the roads are like wide and things, but when you're in the piazzas just get so full so quickly. It's quite overwhelming. So
we went into the Milan store to try and have a look around, but you couldn't move in there. I guess match day, Milan store, Olympics going on. Yeah, the queues for the tills and stuff, and just to be able to actually look at some of the stuff was mental. It's so busy in there.
But it does actually make you think, though, doesn't it, that basically this is what this brand of Milan ownership want. They want that kind of store. They want it to be packed. You know, the tills, there must have been about 20 people at the till. You couldn't even get to the till. So even if you want to buy something, you'd probably still be there now from this morning. It was chaos, and it goes to show actually as well how hard up, we're not.
Yes. Yeah.
There was so much being purchased and so much being just consumed in that whole shop. And it's everywhere, isn't it? But it was rammed, absolutely and completely rammed. How much was that shirt?
So if you wanted a Modric shirt, it was €175. That was a home one with all the patches and stuff. I mean, even for me, that's a lot of money. And we were looking at the classic kits upstairs, which were like €70, which were a bit more reasonable. But even then, you couldn't really get through. I thought it was the till up there, but it wasn't. It was people like personalising the shirts.
And the other till was for tickets for tonight.
Yeah, which that was a massive queue as well.
And then also, here's just a top tip. If you are in a foreign nation, or even your own home nation.
Hello, Milan Extra. Nice to see you guys.
Don't stop to have a conversation on a narrow stairwell.
Yes. Yeah.
Just keep walking.
Yeah.
Send a message. Start a WhatsApp group, right? I'm in a WhatsApp group for lots of things that I never chose to be in. I just got on with it. So this was just madness. It was madness, wasn't it? Absolute madness. People just stopping on the stairs. So I'd be like, well, the tickets are there and they cost this much. And it was like, get a grip.
And what did that guy say on the stairs? It's the Sheffield Derby or something.
It's the Sheffield Derby. Yeah, actually, I need to check that.
Down.
Check that. So what's the Sheffield Derby going on? Yeah. Need to see the score. But anyway, so we're here, Milan Parma.
Yeah.
Kick off in 2 hours 20. So we need to be leaving the apartment here, this Airbnb,
under an hour.
In about an hour's time. So go on. I mean, just on the face of it, what are we thinking? I don't really even want to talk about like formations or anything else. Just what are we thinking?
Do you want to go Como first? Quickly recap that one.
The Como game.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I mean, there isn't a huge amount to recap, but we've not had a chance.
Well, the biggest incident. I mean, so the result is 1-1.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help us because we were now 7 points behind after Inter's win yesterday against Lecce.
10 now.
Sorry, 10 now. So we need to get back to 7.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the two biggest things that stand out are we weren't particularly good, which made Como look exceptionally better than what they are.
Yeah.
And the Fabregas incident, which, again, if we were to go back to the previous podcast that we recorded, a court of arbitration should be the next day giving Fabregas the red card.
Yeah.
Should also be giving Salamakers the second yellow card.
Yeah.
Should also be giving the Como player who's fractured, essentially, Pavlovic's leg, a red card.
Yeah.
So there's lots in that game which I think speak to a wider problem of arbitration that we have spoken about for the last 3 years of podcasting, 4 years of podcasting now. This is the 3rd season. It's the 4th year of podcasting together. And I don't know, and then what was Allegri's quote about Fabregas because he's apologised?
Well, yeah, he said, all right then, so next game I'll slide tackle someone as I come up.
Yeah, as they're running up the pitch.
Yeah.
And he's right. Okay, so I don't understand how any fan can defend what Fabregas did. It's the second time it's happened to us this season because the first time was in the derby where Kiwi puts his hands up to stop Rabiot from taking a quick throw.
Yeah.
These things, these inconsistencies is what drives down the whole beauty and the vision of what football should be. VAR should be helping the referee. It shouldn't be deferring from the referee. Yeah. Referees need to be making the decisions. Linesmen need to be making better decisions and actually having better control. But overall, you've really got to question what the hell is going on. You really have to question what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I mean, it's two incidents against Milan, completely unpunished. So Kivu gets to do what you want and stops Rabiot from taking a quick throw.
Yeah.
That has an effect on the game. Fabregas pulls back Salamakers, which stops him running off, and both completely unpunished. In this one, it's even more frustrating because the fourth official is literally staring directly at Fabregas. He has a full sight.
Allegri's reaction is normal. Allegri doesn't get provoked, though, by Fabregas. If you look at the video clearly, it's Fabregas's assistant who says something to Allegri, which makes Allegri kind of like
kick off.
Now, should Allegri be losing it? No. And again, I actually think if you make the punishment much more severe for managers that do things like that. So if a manager gets caught doing something like that, that should be a 5-game suspension, right? 5-game sideline suspension. Trust me, a manager won't do it. A manager just won't do it, right? There's no need for the manager to be doing it. Outside of the technical area, I mean, Simone Inzaghi would have been banned for a whole season if that was the case, because the amount of times that he was on the pitch. So it would have stopped people like Inzaghi doing what Inzaghi was doing. Equally, this whole situation now where players are feigning, and we talked about the Bastoni case, but equally, where you're trying to gamesmanship, where you're diving, 3-game bans. If you get caught doing it more than, I think I said 3 times in a season, you get a 3 or 5-game ban. That would stop them doing it. If they know that come a Monday afternoon, they're going to be in trouble, right, for having dived, they won't do it during the game. So I don't understand why that is. I mean, is there anything really more from the Como game that you wanted to...
I think just in terms of the way we played, so the first half was all Como, but they didn't actually do anything with the ball. They were just doing their sideways passing. They didn't get filter through. They didn't really have any particularly great attacks. Had one goal which was disallowed for a clear offside. It was like a good chunk offside. And then obviously they had the gift, which was Manyan's first error of the season. And what I didn't like was how quickly people just jumped on Manyan. Now, it is a pretty bad mistake. I mean, that's pretty, as goalkeepers go, literally passing it to the best Como player isn't a great idea. But he saved how many points this season? 9, 10 probably, maybe more.
Even more, yeah.
So it's annoying, but it's fine. It happens. I think then Como had this strange way of playing where they went into all defensive mode. They almost parked the bus. Fabregas in this Allegri-esque manner, parking the bus once it was 1-0 up. Which
Nobody wants to talk about that, though, do they?
No, which meant Milan then had the freedom to attack more. We looked better. But again, I think Como allowed us to be better. I don't think we were significantly better. Leao gets his goal from a wonderful Yashari pass. That was an excellent ball over the top, pinpoint. I think some people were trying to question the offside, but it's actually in our area. So Leao's in our area.
Leao's in our area, so it doesn't... Yeah.
It's a fantastic finish from Leao as well, who thinks really quickly on his feet, loops it over the goalkeeper, 1-1.
Yeah. Well, we don't see enough dinks over keepers anymore. So.
And we kind of played well for another sort of 10, 15 minutes, and then Como came back into it, and then it finished off. But it was a weird game because I wouldn't say neither one team or the other was particularly better than the other. It was almost like...
We neutralised.
Raj replied to me the other day on X and he put it really well. We're playing not to lose. That's how this feels this season. We're playing not to lose.
We're playing like cafe yogurt. It's like it's good for your gut bio.
Yeah.
But do you really want to do it?
No.
No. That's kind of where we're at with it. Anyway.
Milan Extra say, comfortable 2-0 win today. Where will you guys be sat?
Where will we be sat?
We will be sat in the Secondo Anello Verde, so just behind the goal near the Curva Sud, just on the, if you're
second level.
Looking from here, from the goal, so we're quite excited. 2-0, okay. Yeah, that's a
I have
good
a
prediction.
Okay, so what's your prediction?
I want to go 2-1. 2-1. There's no chance we have a nice, comfortable 2-0. Can't be.
I think we've flown out to watch a game. We've not lost in 24. I just have this horrible feeling that we're going to be witness to the first loss in 24. 25th, the 25th is the first loss.
Yeah.
And I think it's just going to be one of those really scrappy games. I don't see us having fluidity right now. You said last night something which I thought was really interesting, which is Leao and Pulisic don't seem to have a sprint anymore.
No.
They don't seem to have pace. So we don't seem to have this real quick pace in our front false nines, wing attacks and whatever. We don't have that. We certainly don't have that with Fulkrug. No. We certainly don't have that with Nkuku.
No.
There was something that took my eye yesterday was that Allegri wants Moise Kean in order to be able to get him. It's 35 million plus you give Fiorentina Kamada.
Wow.
Just on that, where do you sit with the Kamada decision? Would you get rid of him to get Moise Kean?
No. What? This is a conversation we had a couple of weeks ago. Why does Milan need to give 35 million plus Kamada? If Fiorentina want something more, we're saying we can't afford it after all the money we've made?
Yeah, I mean, that's the point. I'd give you 35 million plus Fulkrug, Nkuku, you know, and sorry, it's and what's it called? Our midfielder.
Fofana.
No. Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah.
I'd give you Loftus-Cheek plus 35 million.
You can have Loftus-Cheek.
You can have Loftus-Cheek. We'll give you Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah.
I don't see why we'd have to get rid of Kamada. And actually, if you think about it, Kamada and Keane as a front two would be absolutely...
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're all right. They're a very similar role. Don't get me wrong, but there's nothing to say that you can't play with two. Shevchenko used to play with people all the time. So it kind of... I think what that does is, I think if you keep Kamada and you buy Keane, you then start to ask questions about Leao's future and Pulisic's future. You're already thinking about the non-Modric season, which he wants to extend for another year, or he has extended for another year.
I think he wants to.
He wants to. You know, we shouldn't be relying on a 40-year-old player, but it says everything when the 40-year-old player is the best player in our squad.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. So we're going to be getting players that are meeting like a whole different kind of criteria as well over the next few transfer seasons. It's just how you want to shape this. It honestly is how you want to dress this pig. Like how do you want to do it? You know,
I don't think we have enough in the tank at the back in terms of playing the ball out to warrant this 3-5-2 forever. So 2 up top isn't enough for this team, for these players. And even when you have Leao and Pulisic for those times that have played together, it doesn't look that good. And Nkunku Leao doesn't look good. You know, Leao, Fulkrug looked a bit better. Pulisic, Fulkrug looks a bit better. But I think if you're not going to play with an out-and-out number 9, so you're not... Because let's be honest, Keane isn't an out-and-out 9. Keane is another...
Scudetto winning season when Leao was, 4 years younger, right?
Yeah.
Still, though, like precocious, very talented and everything else. We effectively had him on the left-hand side, Giroud in the middle, and who was on our right?
Salamakers, Messias.
Right?
Yeah.
They weren't doing what Pulisic was doing.
No.
You know, it was a very different type of setup. And also, Allegri doesn't play that purely system of the out-sprint counter-attack. He plays counter-attack, but it's not an out-sprint counter-attack. It's a carefully thought about where are you positioned before you play the counter-attack.
Yeah.
So if you're going to stick with Allegri for the next 3 seasons or the next 2 seasons, because he's, 3-year contract, 5 mil a season, you're basically saying to him, listen, I want to finish top 4 every season. I don't even want you to try and win the Scudetto, but finish top 4. You're not going to make big budget decisions. And that's the problem. This club is too scared of what success looks like. Well, we know what success looks like, and that's the problem.
This season says it all, though, doesn't it? This is your chance.
Just the one chance.
You fucked up last year, fine. This is the chance where you could, if you wanted to, go for it, potentially win the league, go for it in the Coppa Italia, and then you go into next season with the Champions League. Things change a little bit, but we haven't. We couldn't be bothered this year. So let's say we make top 4. Next season is going to be impossible unless we're knocked out of Europe quickly. Then maybe, like we did the year that we won the Scudetto, we were knocked out of Europe in the group stages, and then we played. We got through it. So I think
we finished second with 20 odd points behind though. And we lost.
Not the Scudetto season.
No, the year after.
Yeah. Then we came. Yeah, we went semi-finals.
Semi-finals, but we went semi-finals, what, and we were 20 points behind, or was that the year
No,
after?
that's the year we came 5th, but we luckily Juventus.
Sorry, my
Do you remember?
apologies.
Yeah,
Yeah, my apologies.
Then the season after that.
The season after that was 20 points behind, and we lost, and basically Inter got its Scudetto win against us in that humiliating defeat.
Yeah.
And I remember it because I was flying to Lisbon at the time, and all I was getting was just text messages from you, just saying, "This is terrible." So we've got to be mindful of this. I think tonight we're going to actually get a little bit more from what the fans expect. Secondo Nello Verde, I was on a plane yesterday, and there must have been about 12, 15 guys all in Secondo Nello Verde. So we're going to be surrounded by a lot of other traveling fans, not necessarily Milan fans. The reason why they've come over, everyone I spoke to, the reason why they've come over is because the San Siro is getting knocked down, and they want to see a game in the historic stadium, which is totally reasonable. But I think it also goes to show you what an icon it is, and how they can't afford to really fuck it up. I think they have to capture the imagination of those circular spires. You know, that stairwell is something mesmerizing when you watch it live, when you're there and you see people walking up. When you watch it online, you see people walking up and walking down. It is stunning, and there's no other club in the world, a stadium in the world, that looks like that. I think the new design has to incorporate something like it.
Yeah, of course.
You have to be able to visibly see that.
It is, like you said, it's the most iconic part of the stadium, really.
Yeah.
You need to keep something of it.
Also, like a target sniper's dream. just
Brilliant.
The more I think about it. Yeah, anyway. So I think that in terms of predictions, so you're saying a 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but I hope it isn't a loss tonight. We've got to get our shoes on and get going in a little bit. So
yeah. All right. Okay, we'll leave it at that then. It was always going to be a quick one, guys. So, look, thank you so much. If you want, we're going to do some live bits and bobs from the San Siro, take some videos and stuff. So, stay tuned for that later. Please like and subscribe if you can. That'd be fantastic. There'll be loads of stuff coming out on Substack once I'm back. I've got loads of inspiration now, so I'll be writing a load of stuff. My Life as a Milanista Part 4 will come out as well, which I started last night. So thank you very much, guys. Have a great week. Hopefully Forza Milan we win today, and we'll see you